Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it is Friday, and we have an interesting surprise this week because Zur is not in the tower. No. As you can see, I am in the Reef. Well, my Guardian is in the Reef, which means Zur is actually in the Reef this week. If you were to go to the tower anytime between Friday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, you know the time Zur is supposed to be in the tower or the Reef, you will not see a purple mark by the stairs. However, head to the Reef. That's the fastest way to find out whether he's in the tower or the Reef. You go to the tower during those times, you don't see the purple mark, you come straight to the Reef. Sadly, when he's in the Reef, he's only in one location, so he's always in the same spot, so you head to the right.
Welcome to the Reef, Guardian.
I think that's one of my biggest frustrations and angers, by the way, with Destiny 2. Well, there's many, but one of them is the fact that Zur used to move all over the map, and now he's in one location in the tower. Yeah. It kind of takes away some of his mystery and just all around just awesomeness, but a lot of the mystery that, he'll just show up at a location and you have to locate him, and now he's just in the tower. I'm just so disappointed. Anyway, he's right over here. There was also just a sense of excitement with Zur that I don't see around people when it comes to Destiny 2. Like with Zur, when I was playing, back when Destiny 1, before I was making the Zur videos, it was always the first person who made the Zur video and people getting, looking forward to what he's carrying, sort of like Baron Katir in Warframe. Now, I really don't see that much of the hype for Zur. Maybe I'm wrong. Comment down below in the comments, let me know, but I just don't feel like it's the same as back when D1 was big and everyone was looking forward to his arrival. Anyway, we've got some interesting stuff this week. We've got some cool stuff this week. I mean, I'm hyped. All right. So first off, we have Telesto and Lingering Vestige. Now, keep in mind, one of the nice things about this is you're getting the cool ornament. See, Telesto has two ornaments, which don't cost $7, by the way. This one over here, which is called Queen's Command, and Lingering Vestige. Next week, when he's back in the tower, I'll show you how to pick up ornaments. But it's not $7, okay? Lingering Vestige. So Lingering Vestige right over here, I think looks ridiculously awesome, all right? Now, I always like to hear from other people, how does it compare to the Destiny 2 version? Because I don't believe I have Telesto in Destiny 2. I know it is in the game. It's just, I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet. But here in Destiny 1, first off, we have Unplanned Reprieve. Fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast. So there's a pause. You shoot, you pause, you get a boom. It's a void boom. It's very cool. All right. That's the main reason I like Telesto, is just, Unplanned Reprieve, okay? Then we have this one here. This really doesn't help you if you're playing solo. This is primarily for fire teams because orbs really don't make a difference. Generally, there are a few exceptions when you're by yourself. So multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. That's about it. But, I mean, we're talking void blasts. Come on. Actually, you know what? No, I know Telesto is better in Destiny 2 because my understanding is he crashed the game for a while. I remember that. I think it showed up with Banshee 44 before people knew. I could be wrong, but I think people were suspecting Telesto was coming because Banshee 44 was holding it or something, and it was crashing the game or somehow. It's been a while. I don't remember the exact details, but I think, wasn't Telesto crashing Destiny 2 at some point? Let me know in the comments. But if it was crashing the game, then yeah, it's definitely more powerful than the version in Destiny 1. So yeah, definitely pick that one up though. Delayed Void Blast. That's all I need to say. Next we have the Mida Multi-Tool and Arctic Survivalist. Now, first off, the Mida, both ornaments for the Mida are cool. All right, you got this one here, which is Special Ops. I don't have the Arctic Survivalist. I could show you it. I should pick it up. I have plenty of silver dust to pick it up. Where am I? Right over here. But I should pick it up. It is cool. Mida, like I said, has two great, awesome ornaments, and again, not $7. So the Mida, first off, I'm a big fan of the Mida. I've always said this because of the rate of fire and the impact. I feel like it's not too slow. There are some scout rifles with a high impact but are so ridiculously slow. The Mida has a decent impact and it isn't ridiculously slow. I know it has a great flinch effect. That's what I've been told. But mainly I just like it because it's an exotic that has a great rate of fire and impact. Okay, that's mainly it. But I know it has a lot of other advantages, but that's the main thing. I understand also Mida's coming back with its mini tool and stuff. I have the Mida mini tool, but I have the probably useless version now because I have the OG Mida mini tool. Like the moment it when it first dropped, I still have that, so probably useless at this point. Anyway, kinetic damage, obviously, and then it's basically, it makes you go faster, basically. Lightweight, this weapon boosts move speed and fires on a hair trigger. Okay, I know it has a great flinch, that was great. It was broken at some point in PvP, I've been told in the comments, but like I said, anyway, one of the reasons you definitely pick it up is just Grimoire score. I always recommend people pick up all the exotics in Destiny 1. You got it permanently, okay? So even if you dismantle it after you pick it up from Zerp, you can reclaim it from the kiosk. I can show it next week. It's in the tower. So that's why it's always good. You get more Grimoire score, and it's basically unlocking something for you. Which, I mean, part of the whole thing is you got to collect them all, right? It's not Pokemon, which makes you wonder, will Nintendo file a lawsuit against Destiny because you gotta collect all those exotic guns? I mean, you gotta collect them all. Alright, anyway, next we have the Invective, which I feel like is a sadly just underrepresented, unappreciated shotgun. Alright? So the Invective, though people have told me it was nerfed, and so it's slow. The Invective is a full auto shotgun that has Invective. This weapon regenerates ammo over time. Yes, in the Crucible as well. It is very slow, but it does. So you don't have to worry about trying to pick up secondary ammo in the Crucible. This will create ammo for you. Or if you have oh god, my brain is freezing on the name of the modifier where the ammo doesn't drop for the weapon you are using, you will regenerate ammo with Invective. So that's why I like Invective. I know, like I said, people have told me it's been nerfed, and I saw that definitely is slow. But I have used it in Crucible, and I have gotten kills in Crucible with it. I mean, years ago. Ages ago. I can't believe it's been years. But years ago, I got kills with Invective. So, yeah, good one to pick up. As I said, just pick everything up. You know, if you have the strange coins, just pick it all up. Except this. The Legacy Engram. Unless you have an excess of strange coins, do not waste them on the Legacy Engram. So you can get a body armor piece with the Legacy Engram. Do I even have it on this account? Yes, here it is. This is what I got when I used my strange coins to buy a Legacy Engram. So basically, the Legacy Engram gives you an actual engram, okay? Then you take it to the Cryptarch, and he gives you something. He gave me, on my Hunter, let me emphasize the point, on my Hunter, he gave me the ACD/O feedback fence, year 1, for Titan, and it's a Titan exotic. I mean, cloak, yeah, Titan. At bare minimum, at the very least, come on. Give me a year 1 exotic for hunters. Right. No words. Just no words. Haven't forgiven him for this, so yeah. So, unless you have an excess of strange coins, there really isn't a point to using this. Okie dokie. Cool. Anyway, first off, for the Titans, we have the Thagomizers. Unlocks the Striker subclass node Amplify for free. You gain an additional melee charge. I hate these, and I notice the hunters have it too. Because my problem with these, now maybe I'm wrong because I'm not as familiar with Titan subclasses as I am with Hunter, right? But basically, you can't use this, so it's the subclass, right? You can't use this unless you're using the correct class. So I'll show you more with the hunter because I understand the hunter better. But these, at least this one's saying you gain an additional melee charge. So that one gets a boost over the Titan, the hunter one. So, all right. Basically, it's like this. So the hunter, you have the Graviton Forfeit. Unlocks the Night Stalker subclass node Shade Step for free. Gain an evade on BB. Well, if you're on Xbox. My issue with things like Graviton Forfeit is, wouldn't Graviton Forfeit be amazing if you unlocked Shade Step and you can use it as a as a gunslinger or as a blade dancer? No, you have to basically use it as a Night Stalker. So, basically, if you were to use the Graviton, oh my god, my brain. If you were to use the Graviton Forfeit right now as a hunter, you have to play as a Night Stalker. And all it does is add this node. Excuse me. So basically, you can now pick, if you want to use Evade, right, Shade Step, I mean, you now have the option of one of these two as well. I'm telling you, it would have been so much awesomer and better if you can use Shade Step as a gunslinger if you're using this exotic. It would give it so much more weight and just would feel more exotic than that. So that's why the same thing with the Titans, it's the same thing. At least this one you gain an additional melee charge, whereas the Hunters, you just get Shade Step. For the Warlocks, I have to say Warlocks, at least you're getting something. Temporary increase to recovery on Blink. So at least it's not unlocking a node that you have to use as that specific class. I mean, that's what somebody, like I said. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know if you feel like those two are worth it. But for the Warlocks, you're getting moved to Astrocyte Verse. Temporary increase to recovery on Blink. So at least it's not unlocking nodes. So I'm disappointed by this week, but still, let me know. So first place goes to the Warlocks because I have to give them credit on that. Second goes to the Titans because they at least gain an additional melee charge. And third goes to the Hunters, Graviton Forfeit. Actually, so anyway, yeah, also we have the usual same curios. One can never have enough heavy ammo synths. You absolutely need definitely more of them. Absolutely, definitely. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and Bungie, I'm still waiting for an answer about that tweet. And I hope to see you in the tower.